would eventually become one of the most decorated and critically acclaimed pieces of cinema ever made. The issue they have is that these celebrities are all rich, and it's rich people they don't want in South Park.
That's the 5th family of them that's moved here. Seems like all of a sudden South Park is being overrun by those types.
Hey, what are you saying? What types?
You know, those types. Rich people.
Oh.
They embark on a mission to scare the rich people away, which eventually devolves into KKK-style tactics, most notably dressing up as ghosts because rich people hate ghosts.
We just saw the last of them, sweet.
Let's pause it. Let's head back to my apartment in the fucking, you know what I mean, the strip in the west side of Yandere City. So yeah, let's catch a bus, then head back to the strip. Here we are back at the crib. Head upstairs. Head to bed. Walk it. Wake up. Wake up in the morning. Okay, summertime. Okay, they text me the details where the summer camp is. Cool. Let's head to fucking summer. Hell yeah. Walk it. Let's head to the summer camp. Man. Let's catch a bus and head to summer camp, I guess. Hell yeah. Here we are. Look here. I've been trying to get rid of that fucking tick and X off camera, but I can't. So, unfortunately, you and me have to put up with this sign here on the front of the screen. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Here we are at the camp, summer camp. Hell yeah. Let's chill down here. Let's go down here and walk this way. More camps, cool. Movie night, nice. And then a little lake here. Doesn't this remind you of Friday the 13th? But Jason is not real, and Crystal Lake is not real either. Let's chill, smoke, watch YouTube somewhere. Let's chill and smoke. Why? Let's not chill and smoke. Huh. It's true. Still here and smoking with YouTube.
Property, but the distribution of contraband weaponry via mail isn't something a company wants on their rap sheet. They quickly asked that the knuckles all be returned. Number 18. All I want for Xmas is a PSP.com. Sony. It can often be embarrassing when corporations try to relate to young people. In December of 2006, the website All I Want for Christmas is a PSP.com appeared. It was said to be a fan blog following the adventures of Charlie, who was attempting to get his friend Jeremy a PSP for Christmas. The blog featured your stereotypical hipster tweens, complete with deliberate misspellings like beats with a Z. You know, to relate to all the cool kids. Visitors to the site immediately smelled something fishy and left some nasty comments, resulting in Charlie asking, quote, "Yo, where all you haters come from?" The site's URL was quickly tracked to an ad agency, and Sony was forced to admit their ploy, asking, quote, "Maybe our speech was a little too funky fresh."
How do you do, fellow kids?
What? Number 17. The Endless Crab Fiasco. Red Lobster. Don't offer up an all-you-can-eat special on a popular and typically pricey item unless you've triple-checked your calculations. Restaurants typically advertise doorbuster specials knowing that whatever the giveaway is, they'll turn a profit on the complimentary products they move. In the case of this 2003 Red Lobster promotion, however, someone grossly underestimated American appetites for crustaceans. Crab lovers took their seats and proceeded to order plate after plate of the stuff. By the third serving, the restaurant was in the red. By the fourth, significantly so.
That man ate all our shrimp and 2 plastic lobsters.
Tis no man, tis a remorseless eating machine.
By the end of a promotion lasting several months, Red Lobster had lost roughly $3.3 million, tanking the parent company's stock value. President Ed Nomura stepped down. Number 16. New Look, Holiday Inn. In 1997, Holiday Inn was spending a collective $1 billion to upgrade its numerous facilities. The best way to get that information across to the public? According to someone in marketing, by comparing it to a post-op trans woman. This Super Bowl commercial depicts men ogling an attractive woman at a class reunion.
New nose, $6,000. Lips,
What's he doing?
New chest, $8,000.
The narrator lists off the prices for the woman's surgical work before a man realizes that he's talking to an old male classmate. The narrator concludes,
Imagine what Holiday Inns will look like when we spend $1 billion.
The ad received backlash, and the company was forced to pull it from the air, saying, quote, "We understand that the ad has offended some people. That was never..."
Make the most of every moment with one free entry to your favorite After Dark events. White Christmas, Carnival, and SeaWorld Spooky Nights. Live in...
For our attention. Number 15. Hashtag MyNYPD photo campaign. NYPD. The relationship between police and the public in the United States remains fraught, with instances of police brutality coming under increasing scrutiny. In 2014, the NYPD decided to address the bad PR by asking people to tweet images of their interactions with police using the hashtag MyNYPD. Unsurprisingly, this was an absolute disaster of epic proportions. Within hours, users flooded Twitter with photos of police brutality, including many taken during the Occupy Wall Street protests. Frankly, you have to wonder how they didn't see this coming. The hashtag went viral in all the worst ways possible. Number 14. The world's largest popsicle melts. Snapple. Clean up on aisle 3. And by that we mean the world's largest popsicle melts. Snapple. Clean up on aisle 3. And by that we mean Manhattan's Union Square. In 2005, Snapple decided to go big in the promotional stunt department for their new icy treats. 25 feet tall and 171.5 tons big to be precise. Aiming to set a world record, they constructed a monolithic popsicle, and then attempted to unveil it before the public in downtown New York. But first, it had to be transported from Edison, New Jersey on a hot summer's day. And sure enough, as anyone who's ever eaten a popsicle could have predicted, it melted. The grand unveiling was more a torrent of sticky juice, one that firefighters had to be called in to wash away. Number 13. Making the CEO's social security number public. LifeLock. It's one thing to put your money where your mouth is, but your identity and personal security? That's too much to gamble in any situation.
That's my real
Yeah.
social security number.
Nevertheless, in a well-intentioned but wildly inadvisable PR stunt, Todd Davis, the CEO of LifeLock, which offers protection against identity theft, put his social security number on the company website, claiming that thanks to his company's products, it didn't matter. In the only possible outcome, Davis was promptly defrauded by criminals who were only too willing to prove the man wrong. Not once, but a reported 13 times. This spectacular failure naturally undermined people's faith in the company, which was fined millions for deceptive advertising.
I didn't steal his identity. I literally got it off the back of a truck.
Number 12. Hashtag Susan Album Party. Susan Boyle. Remember when Susan Boyle took the world by storm with her rendition of I Dreamed a Dream? I dreamed a dream in time gone by. Jokes straight out of Arrested Development. Boyle's PR team decided to float the album with the hashtag Susan Album Party. It was an unfortunate choice of phrasing, as many people on social media hilariously read it as Sue's Anal Bum Party. I won't cry, no, the hashtag trended on Twitter, with many people playing along and providing jokes on their own. Let that be a lesson to PR teams everywhere. Number 11. The Windows 98 demo. Microsoft Corporation. Before you show off a fancy new toy, you should make sure that it actually, works. Unfortunately, Bill Gates and Microsoft product manager Chris Capicella were left scrambling on stage when the operating system decided to tap out during the presentation.
You'll notice that this scanner built.
While demonstrating Windows 98 at Comdex, Capicella plugged a scanner into the PC, resulting in the widely feared blue screen of death. The audience laughed, clapped, and cheered in good humor, while Capicella and Gates awkwardly smiled along, not really knowing what to do or how to react.
Moving right along. That must be,
They played it off well, with Gates even providing a cheeky little joke.
That must be why we're not shipping Windows 98. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Number 10. The Touch Woody PC in its equally laughable advertising. Panasonic. Back in the 1990s, when personal computing was still finding its footing, Panasonic managed to come up with possibly the worst name in marketing possible. In an attempt to emphasize the user-friendly nature of this new Japanese computer, they licensed the Woody Woodpecker character to be used as not only the mascot, but the computer's namesake as well. Meet the Woody. Oh, but wait, it gets worse. Because it boasted a touchscreen, the Japanese company put out early promotional materials with the tagline, Touch Woody, the Internet Pecker. Seriously, we couldn't make this stuff up. Once they realized their mistake, they made some last-minute changes, but Woody touchscreen isn't much better. Number 9. Free flights. Hoover. Though it's hard to fathom in hindsight, back in the early 90s, someone at Hoover thought it would be a good deal to offer free flights to British customers who bought 100 British pounds, somewhere around $175 in 1992 worth of their products.
2 return flight seats. Unbelievable.
At first, the flights were limited to within Europe, but in a move that resulted in things really getting out of hand, the company eventually added US destinations. The money people had to spend was a fraction of a normal ticket price, and so people bought vacuums just for the trip.
I was shocked that they would run a promotional activity where they were only asking a consumer to spend £100 to gain a reward of up to £600.
Utterly overwhelmed by the results, Hoover backed out of its promise, fired executives, and lost tens of millions of dollars.
You've probably seen me on social media. You've probably seen that my students are making thousands of dollars a week. But the thing you haven't seen is that we're running our biggest sale ever.
Number 8. AIDS, the Carly Company. For decades, this product enjoyed healthy sales, its popularity peaking in the 70s to early 80s. Delicious-tasting AIDS candy contains vitamins and minerals, no drugs. Coming in a wide variety of sweet flavors, AIDS was widely touted and marketed as an appetite suppressant. The manufacturer could not have predicted the AIDS epidemic of the 1980s, but the connections were immediately made.
I've tried fad diets, powders, pills, still my weight's been up and down like a yo-yo, until the AIDS plan taught me how to take off weight and help keep it off.
It also didn't help the product's case that significant weight loss is a symptom of the disease. And it's really unfortunate that the company had actors and models claiming, quote, the AIDS A's diet plan really works.
And I'm not gaining weight. I'm losing weight deliciously with the A of A's. The A's diet plan really works.
By the late 80s, sales of A's had dropped 50%, and the candy was eventually taken off the market. Number 7, KKK Wednesday, Krispy Kreme Donuts Incorporated. Sometimes an idea is just so baffling and obviously problematic that it's a wonder no one caught it earlier. This is one of those cases.
Back at it again at Krispy Kreme.
To cash in on children being out of school, a Krispy Kreme franchise in Hull, England created a promotion titled KKK Wednesday. It was meant to stand for Krispy Kreme Club Wednesday, but people obviously connected it to the Ku Klux Klan. Krispy Kreme was quick to apologize, delete the promotion off Facebook, and launch an internal investigation into the major slip-up. Somebody definitely got fired over this one. Number 6, hashtag up for whatever, Budweiser.
I gave this to you. Are you up for whatever happens next?
As part of their hashtag up for whatever campaign in 2015, Bud Light featured various slogans on their bottles. One, unfortunately, read, quote, the perfect beer for removing no from your vocabulary for the night. Hashtag up for whatever.
The label went through at least 5 layers of approval before it landed on the bottle.
According to Vice President of Bud Light, Alexander Lambrecht, it was meant to suggest a sense of adventure. However, many people thought it sounded like Bud Light was undermining the concept of consent and promoting sexual assault. In response, Lambrecht admitted that the message had missed the mark and vowed to cease production of that particular label. Number 5, total crap, Ratner's Group. In 1991, Gerald Ratner was serving as chairman and CEO of Ratner's Group, a jewelry retailer. The company was incredibly popular in the late 80s and early 90s. That is, until 1991, when Ratner made a speech addressing the Institute of Directors. He called the company's cheap sherry decanter, quote, total crap, and criticized their gold earrings.
People say to me, how can you sell this for such a low price? I say because it's total crap.
While those in attendance laughed at Ratner's jokes, the company's value instantly deflated. Ratner's comments got him fired, nearly bankrupted the company, and forced them to change their name to Signet Group.
Some people say, well, that's cheaper than a prawn sandwich from Marks and Spencer's. But I have to say, the sandwich will probably last longer than the earrings.
Today, the phrase doing a Ratner is still used whenever a corporate gaffe tarnishes a brand's reputation. Number 4, anonymous love letters, Fiat. When you're looking to buy a new car, you're expecting a simple and professional exchange. In the early 90s, however, Fiat broke with that time-honored dynamic and decided to mail anonymous love letters to the demographic of women in Spain they were targeting with their new Cinquecento hatchbacks. These letters were personally addressed, bore no Fiat branding, and adopted the voice and perspective of the car. Characterized as an admirer, the car wrote stuff like, quote, met again on the street yesterday, and I noticed how you glanced interestedly in my direction. Except, again, there was no context. Just a letter, so naturally, some 50,000 recipients thought they had a stalker. Number 3, number fever, Pepsi. As an attempt to increase sales in the Philippines, Pepsi held what seemed like a pretty standard numbered bottle cap giveaway, but with a big prize of 1 million pesos, or $40,000 US. The promotion worked wonders, and Pepsi experienced an astronomical rise in sales.
Doctor, what about the number fever?
Certain popular numbers, such as 349, were supposed to be eliminated from the grand prize draw, but somewhere the wires got crossed, and 349 was wrongly picked and announced as the winning number. The result? Hundreds of thousands of winners expecting a $40,000 payout. Pepsi backed out of the promise, and riots ensued. Pepsi faced lawsuits, trucks were burned, and people were actually killed.
La 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 la.
Number 2, Edsel, the Ford Motor Company. Ford has made some great vehicles throughout the years. The Edsel was not one of them. A ton of advertising went into the Ford Edsel, as it was the first new Ford brand since the Mercury.
This torque is usable power. Another top-selling feature of the Edsel.
Founded in 1956, Edsel looked to compete in the mid-budget market alongside the Chrysler Dodge and the GM Pontiac. As it had been 20 years since the Mercury, expectations were high, and Ford pumped upwards of $250 million into production, market research, and advertising. In 2020, that would equate to roughly $2.3 billion.
Some will find a home near, others are. But in each, there is inbuilt freedom of movement.
However, pencil was a massive failure, owing to a wide range of circumstances, including a recession and the cars being overhyped and poorly made. It was discontinued just 3 years after its debut. Want more mojo? Context TV produces original, high-quality videos on business, entrepreneurship, and politics, but from a different point of view.
Number one, step forward, say your line. That's not that wasn't the line.
Okay. I'll say the one thing that you all want me to say, okay? I hate cool people.
And welcome to another video, today brought to you by Raycon earbuds. That's right, Raycon now have new and improved everyday earbuds. They're built with your comfort in mind for the perfect in-ear fit.
The smooth rubber oil look and optimized gel tips. It feels like you're wearing nothing at all. So much nothing, in fact, that you can wear them for their entire 32-hour battery life and 8-hour playtime and still want more. There's also a built-in mic that means you can take calls at the press of a button. And Raycons come with a 45-day happiness guarantee. And I just love how well they stay in my ears. Or just listening to hot tub streams performing ASMR on their $700 silicone human ear microphones at half the price of other premium brands. So people, if you want to feel the smooth, seductive sounds of Raycon's premium earbuds and receive 20% off your next pair from the weird kid next door, aka Josh Dub, then all you need to do is go to this little link, or if you don't like links for some weird reason, you can just go to buyraycon.com/JoshDub. It's time for the video. Boys!
What happened?
We got him. It's fine. Everybody. Wait, who? Oh, you know, the most despicable piece of shit. Come on. There he is. Who knows how people's mind like his work, Molly?
Cabrón, chinga tu madre!
He can't hear you.
No, he can't hear you. That's stupid. You can't.
Hey, cabrón!
He can't hear you, Eddie.
No, look, we're gonna have to go in, but we have to question him carefully, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna level with you. I'm not exactly sure what he's done, but he looks like a right piece of work in there. Hi, guys. Hey, how can I help you guys? Shut up! Just shit. Smoking.
No, I've never smoked, actually.
Makes you cool. Girls wanna fuck you.
Can I have one?
I'm asking the questions around here.
Oh, God, that's bright. That's really bright. Can you turn it down? Does it turn down?
Shut up! They read your Miranda rights?
No, I don't think so.
Suck! You're in America. We don't give a fuck. Why don't you just fucking talk?
We'll literally tell you whatever you want. I'll tell you everything. Anything.
Can I join you? Sure, go ahead. So what's your name? Crystal. I mean Christy. What's yours? Jesse.
You've got too close to the case. You're too close.
He's not talking.
I am a councillor here
He just told me he
at
was
this
a
camp.
village.
Fair enough.
Hey, look, kid.
I know.
12. Do you like cigarettes?
Not really. I haven't tried them.
Every 12-year-old loves cigarettes.
They're really good for your nerves.
Okay, cigarettes upside down. You need to understand the laws of physics. You smoke it, there you go.
You just gotta breathe in on your anxiety.
I think maybe you've had a little too much, okay? You're looking a little too...
It makes me calm. Talking's not working, Josh. I'm getting really impatient. I'll tell you.
Do you smoke weed?
I'll tell you everything.
Christy?
You might need it. This is crazy.
Sure.
Okay, so
Cool. You should join the smoke.
I was 8
Thanks.
years old.
You're welcome.
My dad made me go into Little League, but I didn't even want to play baseball. He got
Do you have a husband or... No, I don't. How old are you, Christy? 26 years old. What about you? 15.
My little brother, who was 4 years old, hung himself, and our whole family was really sad about it.
Fair enough.
And I went to the store to go buy my mom flowers, and I got the flowers, and I grabbed a vitamin water. I walked out without vitamin water, and I only...
Do you want to come chill at the councillor dorms? Down the road, down the path? Sure. Cool. Let's go to the council dorms. What about if people ask, you know? Hopefully they won't ask. If they do, I'll just say you're in trouble and you're in detention in the camp. Do you have detention here in the camp? Yeah.
Yes.
Fair
Where
enough.
were you between the times?
So yeah, let's head to the council dorms. Where is it basically? Just down the path there. Okay, this way? Yeah. Cool. Let's head there. Here we are. The place. So this is the place, hey? Yep. It sure is. Cool. I'll show you to my room. My room is down here. I'll show you. Fair enough. My room is downstairs. This is my room here. Cool. Let's go up on the top of the balcony upstairs. Fair enough. Let's chill on the top balcony. Then we'll smoke and yeah, fuck, done. Here we are. Look at this view of the mountains. I know.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 worst product flops of all time. For this list, we're looking at some of the most memorable product failures in history. Number 20, the DMC-12. This one may come as a surprise considering it has unending popularity, a rabid fan base, and pop culture cred courtesy of its use. Number 18, Segway.
You got a fat ass, by the way. Thanks. You're welcome.
Lost in the war against Blu-ray. And 2 years after its release, it was discontinued. Unfortunately for consumers, many had invested in HD DVD players which were essentially made obsolete, or at least of limited use. Although some may now say the same about physical media in general, so is there a real winner here? Number 12, the Arch Deluxe. Over the years, McDonald's has introduced dozens of new menu items. Some are hits and some are definite misses. The Arch Deluxe was marketed as a burger with a grown-up taste,
And you got a
and the ad campaign focused on getting adults
you got nice tits too. And a fat ass. Christy. Thanks, baby. You're welcome.
The company spent over $300 million on development and marketing for the Arch Deluxe, and yet it didn't meet sales expectations. There was nothing in particular wrong with the burger.
Do you want to fuck off of this? Sure, can you make me gag and choke me? Sure. And can you give me that nut? Sure. Am I pussy? Like, you know. Sure, baby. Thanks.
It was tough to compete with Apple's hugely successful iPod, but some companies tried anyway to varying results. Microsoft produced its own MP3 player called the Zune, which was released in 2006 and managed to stick around until 2012, though in the latter years it was definitely not selling much. The performance of the Zune never quite matched up to that of its competitors, and in an embarrassing instance in 2008, most of the 30-gigabyte Zunes completely stopped working on New Year's Eve because they forgot to account for the extra day in the leap year,
I stood in front of a case of iPods and I bought a Zoom.
What's a Zoom?
Yeah, exactly.
Number 10. Easy Squirt Colored Ketchup. Kids historically love ketchup. So it makes sense that Heinz, the world's best known maker of ketchup, decided to market ketchup directly to children with its Easy Squirt line. The squeezable containers were easy for kids to use, but not only that, the product was made available in a variety of fun, and dare we say it, rad colors other than the standard red. Who wouldn't want to squirt something purple and toxic looking onto their french fries? While the novel idea may have had some kids begging their parents to put it in their grocery carts, by 2006, production was stopped. Number 9. Cheetos Lip Balm. Some products on this list were good ideas that just weren't well executed or didn't catch on. But this is absolutely not one of them. Sure, we all loved soda-flavored chapstick, but when Frito-Lay introduced Cheetos-flavored lip balm, it was obviously a step too far. We acknowledge that Cheetos are incredible, but not every snack food belongs in our makeup case. We can't even imagine what the marketing pitch was for this product, and we wouldn't be surprised if someone was fired for creating this monstrosity. Number 8. The Newton. The Apple Newton was the product for which the term personal digital assistant was created, and at the time of its release in 1993, it seemed like the height of new technology.
Newton is the first product from Apple to have a button labeled Assist. Tap it, and you open a whole new world of possibility.
But the price of the product was very steep, making it a difficult sell for consumers. Another factor in its failure was that the highly anticipated handwriting feature ended up being a disappointment, at least if you didn't want to eat up Martha.
Hey, Dom, take a memo on your Newton. Beat up, Mart.
The Palm Pilot ended up overtaking it, and when Steve Jobs came back to Apple in 1997, he ordered the Newton line to be discontinued.
Just point this to another Newton and zap. The information is transferred. No wires or anything. It's really cool.
Way cool.
Yeah.
Number 7. The Galaxy Note 7. One of the more recent flops we'll be discussing was one of the most explosive launches in tech history. But in all seriousness, the Samsung Galaxy Note 7 started literally catching on fire shortly after its release. This phablet was actually pretty well reviewed when it first launched.